Welcome to the Arsenal Show. We are live and it is the post-match reaction of Arsenal's 5-0 smash against Nottingham Forest. Arsenal sit back top of the league once again. Fatigue was thrown out the window and we've had Reece Nelson who's came on and absolutely shone, you'd have to say. 2 goals, an assist, 97% partial completion rate. Absolutely brilliant from Reece Nelson. Can he come on? How you doing, Steve? What's your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, great win. 3 points, clean sheet. Fantastic second half. Great start to the game. I thought we went a little bit flat after that. I must be honest. I thought we
scored.
Yeah.
I
thought there was a few players who could have done with a kick up the backside at half time. But look, they certainly come out second half, and there was no one that could have lived with them. People would turn around and say, "Look, it was Forest." There was no one that could have lived them in that second half. So well done to the boys, but and well done to Mikel Arteta, because they was really a little bit different in the way certain players would, with their performances from one half to the other. But yeah, great, mate, fantastic.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to go into the player ratings here. All right. Let's start off with the goalkeeper, Aaron Moran. Oh, before we get going, if you are new to the show, press that subscribe button. If you are a regular, smash that like and smash that share button. All right. Let's get to Ramsdale. Ramsdale. Clean sheet.
Yeah, clean sheet. Great cheerleader. Didn't have much to do through the whole match. So yeah, not many. Didn't have to make really any saves of any note really. Maybe one, but other than that, but yeah, I'm not going to mark him down. I know some people mark him down. I'm going to give him 7. Why not? I'm in a good mood.
Saliba.
Yeah, he at times in the first half he was a little bit. There was the occasion where he passed the ball literally to the Nottingham Forest player. I mean, he's got...
that was it was. So the comment, I heard that. So the commentator said that was Saliba, but it was Gabriel.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
You saying that, right? Yeah. I don't know what stream you was watching. Whether you was watching the same
Tony
as me.
Gale. It was Tony Gale
did that on a number of times.
Yeah, no, he did
during that first half, because there was another occasion a little while after it, or it might have been before it, but I think it was before it, where he said something about one of them or the other, and I was like, that's not him.
Yeah,
but it weren't that one. It weren't that occasion.
Yeah, no, because I thought initially I thought that was Gabriel, and then he said it was Saliba, and I was like, was it? And then when they done the replay, he didn't correct himself, and I was like, no, that clearly was Gabriel.
No,
but
that wasn't the first time then.
He got a few wrong.
I noticed that a couple of times where we got the Saliba and Gabriel ran the wrong way. But as I said, it wasn't on that occasion. But yeah, fair enough, mate. As I say, I didn't watch the replay. I just was. I shouldn't have actually been really listening to Tony Gale what he said after the first time he got it wrong. Then should I really?
Yeah, no, I thought he was off on a few times today. Old Tony.
Yeah.
But I'll get to it in a bit. But I was off a few times today.
But if that wasn't him, then yeah, decent. Decent performance, because other than that, there wasn't anything else he did wrong. So you might have got a 6 there, but thanks to you, Kieron, and he's going to get a 7, because other than that, he was fine, and he had a good game. Yeah.
Gabriel.
Yeah, I thought Gabriel was excellent today. I absolutely really did. I thought he was assured. I thought he never made any mistakes at all.
Apart from that one.
Oh God, yeah, I've got to go back.
Apart from that one, yeah, it was exactly what I thought today. I thought it was brilliant today. Apart from just that time there, which was just like a lack of concentration. I didn't know why he did it. It was just like,
Yeah.
it was just out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I suppose so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give him a 7 because I think his brilliance was better than Saliba's brilliance.
Yeah.
So that levels it out. So he does that, doesn't he? Sometimes Gabriel, he does do that every now and then. But other than that, again, like we've said on so many occasions with Gabriel, he don't let them things bother him, and he comes back even better. So I'll give him a 7.
And I think that's is the most important thing. Look, these things haven't led to a goal. When they lead to a goal, then we're going to go nuts at him. But these things haven't led to a goal, and he has been playing really, really well. Like he's been playing really well. So if we can get that out of his game, which eventually it will. Remember, he's still only 24.
Yeah,
get that out of his game. Like he's going to be an absolute world beater. He has all the attributes to be a top world-class defender. Good in the air, good with his feet, strong, aggressive. And if he could just nip those little things out of his game, he's going to be unstoppable. And I think Mikel Arteta pointed it out the other day when he was saying, yeah, you can point out the things that Gabriel does wrong, but look at all the things he's doing right. And I think one of the actual journalists pointed out and said, Gabriel Jesus' stats this season have been absolutely phenomenal, and I think people miss those things because they're looking at the mistakes he may have made. But he has been our best defender, and this was from the journalist. He was reading out stats, and I was like, it's interesting to see because you look at it and you're seeing Ben White, you're seeing Saliba, you're seeing how well they're playing, and then you think you know the mistakes that Gabriel's made.
Yeah.
They're the silly mistakes. They're the ones like, why are you doing that? But then, if you go to the stats, it's like blocks, tackles, interceptions. Like he's played every single minute, or he's played nearly every single minute of every game. It's like he's started every game. It's ridiculous. So big up to Gabriel. What are you giving him?
7. 7.
Gabriel. Ben White.
If this guy don't go to the World Cup, I'm supporting Wales. I mean it. If Gareth Southgate does not pick this guy, that I literally, he's got for me. He's got to go. He's sacked. There's
no Reece James.
I don't care if there was a Reece James.
Right back centre back you've got there. Like he's got to go.
I don't care if there's a Reece James, a Terence Trent-Arnold, a Kyle Walker right now, and they're playing. This guy has been outstanding from kickoff from the first game of the season. He gets to me today. He was incredible today. He never put a foot wrong. He's tackling, he's passing, he's blocking, he's getting forwards. Was absolutely outstanding. I know people are going to be shocked by it. He was my man of the match today. He was my man of the match. And for me, he's just a colossus. And he's not coming. And so Tommy Eshu is not getting that right back spot space back. I'm totally assured. And I like Tommy Eshu. I love him. But today, mate, this bloke did it. He's just everywhere, and he's so assured. And yeah, he just. I've not known one player that's got the better of him of the whole of this season. He gets a 9 from me today, and he's my man. He's my man in the match, and I don't care if people think I'm going over the top. Who's watching? Unbelievable. Best right back in the Premiership right now. I'm telling you, I ain't joking. He is.
All right, Ben White gets a 9. Tommy Asu starting at left back. Was that a surprise for you?
Yeah, it was. I really thought because they both played in the week, didn't they? And I thought Tierney would get the nod again. Yeah. But look, saying that, I thought that Tommy Asu did well today.
He did.
I thought he played really well. There was like. We said to him the other week that he never he wasn't great, and we felt it was time for Tierney. Tierney came in at left back in a week and really didn't show much in that game. But then again, not many of them did. So I don't know. So obviously Arteta's decided to go with Tomiyasu, and I suppose we have to say it was the right choice because he was excellent today, Tomiyasu. So yeah, he was. I'll give him a 7, but I thought he was excellent today.
Tomiyasu gets a 7. So Johnny saying, great performance today from the Gunners. Only downside was the injury to Saka. Yeah, definitely downside. We'll get on to that in a bit. I know one more downside. Jesus not getting on the score sheet. His confidence obviously
don't worry about
that. But he did get 2 assists today though, so it's crazy. Agree with Ben White and Steve. Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, another very good, Granit Xhaka performance. In the first half, I felt he was the player who was trying to link things up at the front more than anybody. Another very good game. Again in the second half, he come alive even better in that sort of number 8 position. Again, just your normal what we're used to seeing of Granit Xhaka this season, and an excellent performance from him. I'll give him a 7.
Thomas Partey.
What a goal! Was it Roberto Carlos-esque, wasn't it? The way he bent that ball into that corner.
Yeah,
absolutely incredible finish. Second half, he was outstanding. He was so good. First half, again with the stream I was watching on, he wasn't great the first half, and he did give the ball away 2 or 3 times in that midfield. And he was one of the players I was looking at in the second half to see how he would come out. And boy, did he come out. I mean, he come out and was a totally different player. It was like chalk and cheese for me. I wouldn't agree with the thing that he was man of the match. Not for me, because I just thought he lacked a little bit in the first half. But second half was a 10 out of 10 performance, and he topped it off with that fantastic goal. And he just shows you how important he is, to Arsenal going forward. Just want to see more 90 minutes from him. I want to see like 2 45 minutes is exactly the same. And he's been a little bit guilty of that. But second half, outstanding, incredible. And I still can't get over that goal. It was unreal. Got to be goal in a month, surely. So I'm going to give him a 7. But I would like to see his passing a little bit better. He was a little bit off in that first half.
I thought his passing was a bit off, but I don't think he was as bad as what you thought in that first half.
It was just his passing. It was his passing, really.
Yeah, I didn't see that he was one of the players. There was a few occasions where I thought his passing was off, but I thought he was excellent. What we got? Odegaard.
Yeah, again, I thought. I don't know what you think, kid. I feel we need more from him at the minute. I don't know if I'm asking too much. I thought the first half he was a little bit, inconspicuous, if you like. It was when he gets on the ball, he was taking a few extra touches. And he was verging around a 6, and I was like, "Come on, Martin, I want to see you, be a little bit more confident on the ball." And he's been a bit like that recently. But again, to be fair to him, he come out the second half and was a lot better. It seemed to me that Arteta had a word with a couple of players that I was a little bit off in that first half, and those players who I thought was a little bit off come out in the second half and were absolutely brilliant. So I'll give Arteta a pat on the back for that one. But yeah, I want him to do a little bit more, Kieron. Just a little bit more. I want to see him again, be more in the game because he's got so much skill, he's got so much to offer. He can do things for us that nobody else can do. And I just feel he was But again, that's just like picking really, because the second half I thought he was great. He was pressing hard. He was moving more up the pitch. He was getting in the defence. He was getting better areas on the ball. I thought so. Yeah, he gets a 7 as well.
All right. I thought he was quite quiet in the first half, and then I agree. In the second half, I just felt like he was on the ball a lot more in the second half.
Yeah.
It was definitely more of a presence, and especially towards the end of the game as well. And then he got his goal, which is good. Hopefully, that'll give him some confidence going into the next game, just to be around it. Because I think he has dipped a little bit in form.
I actually forgot about the goal because my stream went off, and then when I turned it on, the goal was scored.
Yeah, lovely finish, absolutely lovely.
I see it. Yeah, I did see it. Yeah, incredible goal. So yeah, the second half he was different gravy.
No, completely different. Saka only on for 20 minutes and an injury, which is quite concerning.
Worrying, very, very worrying. Very worrying. But the time that he was on, it shows Arsenal fans why it's very worrying, because I thought he was outstanding while he was on the pitch. And I was gutted that he went off, because I think with him going off the pitch, I think that sort of works in with the way we was playing in that first half, where we didn't have that extra, offensive force going forward. We seem to stop a little bit. But yeah, it's a worry. It's a worry because we haven't really got anybody, of quality, if you like, to sort of replace him at the moment. So yeah, this hopefully that he's okay. And it's not too serious, but I'm gonna mark Saka for the amount of time he was on the pitch and the way he was playing. Yeah, if he kept up like that, he could have gone on to be man of the match, because I thought he was excellent. And so I give him a 7. And he obviously made the goal. It was a great cross for the goal, as well. So he got his assist while he was on as well. So. Yeah,
he still keeps his stats up even though he's only for 20 minutes. Gabriel Martinelli with a lovely finish in the first 10 minutes.
Great header. Sort of got the ball, didn't he? Got the ball, played it in, played it through to Xhaka, and then you sort of continued his run across the defence, got in front of the defenders like how you're taught to do, and glanced his header into the corner. I mean, that's absolutely an outstanding goal for him, and then just an outstanding team goal all round. Again, we know Martinelli. This kid can do it. Could be anything. He could be the next Arsenal. Well, I think he's rated over 100 million. I mean, he's priceless as it is. We need to sort out that contract with him ASAP. But again, constant danger today. Absolutely excellent. I'll give Martinelli an 8.
Gabriel Jesus.
He did everything but score, didn't he? It's just he did everything but score a goal. He's, I think he's trying too hard. 2 fantastic assists. His work rate is 10 out of 10. He's an incredible footballer. Once he starts scoring goals, I mean, you'd be, I mean, I'm not really scared of anybody who we play at the moment anyway, but, the goals will come, and he was unlucky today, but, there was times when he was just taking that extra touch, when he should have shot straight away. There was a time when he, the goalkeeper was out of the goal, and I think the first thing was like, right, chip him. But he decided to try and take it round him.
Yeah,
that was the wrong choice.
He'd do that. He'd take it to the side and do a little dink as soon as the goalkeeper goes down. He'd do like you said, he's trying to find the perfect opening, and it ain't happening. It showed when he missed that open goal as well.
Yeah, he missed an open goal. There was a time when the goalkeeper did make a couple of saves, but you felt that he could have scored. They were sort of more it straight at the goalkeeper than rather in the corners. But look, I mean, everything else, he was absolutely incredible. His work rate's second to none. He's he's working back on that, on our penalty area, winning balls to start off attacks, and then the next minute you're seeing him in our own box in the same movement. I mean, and then he's assisting, goals. I mean, incredible. Even though he didn't score today, I'm still going to give him an 8 because I just think he's an outstanding footballer. And people who are going to say, "Oh, well, he hasn't scored yet. He hasn't scored yet." Well, it's like you've already said, Keith. Yeah, he hasn't scored, but he assisted 2-0, and we won 5-0 today. So don't worry about it.
All right, Gabby gets an 8. Let's quickly go on to this. Johnny's saying, what's your guys' opinion on recent? I think there's a player in there, but I don't know whether it's lack of form or effort at times, or he struggles with consistency. I mean, he doesn't get a consistent run of games, so there's definitely going to be an element of consistency. But this is only going to help him when he does come on, which makes him not an Arsenal player unless he can eradicate the inconsistency. Do you think his loans were successful? And if so, why did no one try and snap him up? There's a lot to take in there, Johnny. I think this is that's a question for Tuesday. I'm going to stay that for Tuesday, mate. We can have a discussion on that one because I don't want to be here for 45 minutes on that one question, and it's quite deep. Steve, Reece Nelson.
Yeah, I mean, do you know, just to quickly put something to what Johnny's question was there. I think like inconsistency is the right word, but I also think confidence is a big thing with Reece Nelson. Sometimes I think he needs a run of games. Whether he's going to get them or not, I don't know. I find that it's going to be doubtful that he probably will get a run of games. You obviously don't fancy Marquinhos, so because he's obviously doing something wrong in training or something. But I was surprised to see Reece Nelson come on when in front of Marquinhos. I would have liked to have seen him when he did come on. I know people see things differently, but I didn't think he had a good first half. I thought he was quiet. I don't remember him being involved too much, but again, he was one of these players who I felt Mikel Arteta had a word with at half time and said to him, "Look, Reece, you've got to get more involved in the game. You've got to get further up the pitch. You've got to start running at your marker, and you've got to start causing problems." And because that's exactly what he did in the second half. Again, he was chalk and cheese from what he was the first half, from someone who was pretty quiet and not really doing it and doing the easy thing. He started to do the difficult thing. He started to get in the box. He started to try and take on players. He seemed, and he got his goal. All right, he bounced back to him. But sometimes players like Reece need that bit of luck. And he finished the second one and the first one well. I thought the second goal was an absolutely beautiful finish. But I think that's where you get the confidence from, because before then he really started to tick. Started going around players. He got an assist before then. He was buzzing. So, yeah, top marks to Reece. Let's see more of that second half performance. If you're going to start in the next game, let's see some of that. And just forget that first half, because I thought you was quiet. Second half again, no problem. 2 goals, bish bash bosh, fantastic, mate. Let's just see it in the next game, mate. Yeah, I think there is a player in there, but he just needs to show it a little bit more for me. But I'm still going to give him an 8 today. As I say, goals, assists, it's got to be an 8.
All right, 8 for Reece Nelson. What do we have? We had who come on first?
Tierney, was it?
Yeah, Kieron.
Oh no, Cedric.
Cedric actually came on first, didn't he? Cedric.
Yeah, he did all right. Cedric, he didn't really have much to do. He went out on that right hand side, and he come on the left first, didn't he?
I think it didn't make sense to me. I was like, why Cedric come on the left?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird one. That was a strange one. Yeah, okay. First thing I thought was, oh, in 5 minutes' time, you're going to swap over. And that's exactly what happened. So, yeah. So I'm sure Arteta had the thought in his mind that he was going to eventually bring Kieron Tierney on. But Cedric, yeah, okay. No, nothing exciting. Just did his job. 5 out of 10.
All right, Cedric. Let's do Tierney.
Yeah, again, I thought Kieron Tierney did well when he came on. I think he was a little bit more involved in the game than probably what Cedric was. There's no fault of Cedric. There was just a lot seemed to be coming when he come on down to that size.
Yeah.
And so and he got some good tackles in, and he got a couple of and he got a block in. So yeah, I'll give him a 6.
He was even on the right at some points as well. There was a nice little move which it looked like it was going to be a break on goal. Kieron Tierney done a lovely little turn off the inside of his heel, and he was on the right hand side. So there's a lot of fluidness today.
Yeah,
would you give him a 5 or 6? 5.
6. I just thought he was in the game more, and he did a couple of when he was called on to defend. He got a block in and he got a good tackle in, and so yeah.
Vieira.
Yeah, didn't really get involved in it. Really, again, didn't really do anything wrong, but really at the same time didn't really do anything. So, but I give him a 5. As I say, nothing there. Just
5. Eddie and Ketia.
Yeah, same with Eddie. He weren't on long enough. Never really got involved apart from throwing the ball at the Nottingham Forest geezer's face. I was like, "Oh, Eddie, come on, man!"
And Smith Arteta.
Yeah, Jason,
old Eddie. You could see both him and Jason would tackle each other at one point, just trying to get that goal.
He got in the way.
Yeah,
he walked on like he had the hump.
Yeah, they're both hungry to score.
Yeah,
Arteta.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 today, mate. Great. 10 out of 10, especially for the halftime chat that he must have given some of them players, because they was totally different altogether in that second half. We came out, it was a little bit flat the first half, so I can imagine that Arteta's watching that, seeing that we need to be better in the second half. And boy, we come out and we was flying, flying high, and that to me that must have been something to do with Mikel Arteta's team talk at half time. So, and 5 goals, clean sheet. What more can you have? What can you ask for? And I'm sure he's more than happy with Reece Nelson for getting his assists and these goals. So, yeah. In the end, although I wanted to see Marquinhos, he obviously had the right idea bringing Reece Nelson on because it worked. So, yeah. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay. 10 out of 10. Okay.
At top of the league.
But Arsenal are back at the top of the league. You know what? All I was thinking was because like the other day, heads started wobbling because there's a lot of weak people out there that can't handle anything going wrong. Like, and this is a great answer for that. Anyone that was questioning the so-called process, still believe in the process. I've still not seen that geezer pop up since. So I think my words resonate.
So I think they don't even know what the process is, mate.
They don't. Basically, it wasn't their idea. It wasn't what they wanted in the first place, and they threw so much shade on it that they have to continue backing what they were previously saying, which is nonsense. And as the moment something goes wrong, they're ready to pounce, but they look silly themselves. What are you winning if Arsenal do badly? Nothing. You're not gaining anything. You're gaining that you feel like you was right. 2-3 years on? It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Yeah. Arsenal winning back at the top of the table. A very good performance against Nottingham Forest. Probably the opposite of what they've been doing previously, which was although they did come out of the blocks for the first 10-15 minutes, they slowed down a bit, which allowed Forest to get in the game, gave them a little bit of confidence. But the second half, completely different team, and completely different to what we've been doing previously, which is coming out in the first half. So I'll take that. Happy with the clean sheet as well. As Johnny's saying, we are top of the league. Say we are top of the league. Yeah, we love it. All right, that is all we have time for. Thank you for joining us today, Steve.
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
And thank you, everyone else who's joined us. Thank you very much for joining us today, Johnny and Freeshad. Thank you very much. Make sure you press that like and subscribe there. Anyone else who hasn't pressed that like and subscribe, press that now. Let everyone know that you're enjoying the show. Make sure you join us on Tuesday for a more in-depth post-match reaction and obviously anything else that is happening in the world of Arsenal. And obviously I've got to answer Johnny's question more in depth. More in depth, Johnny. Don't worry, there's going to be a Reece Nelson section on the show specifically for your question. All right. Peace out, people. Stay safe and wash your hands.